we just talked for like an hour and a half, like some dope podcasts, and I'm fucking like, oh shit, the second mic isn't really plugged in. So I really fucked up royally. Luckily, Johnny was chilling off the fucking chill for a little bit. And he's like, dude, let's hang out for a little bit longer. You're cool enough to stick around. I'm truly sorry, brother. I just wanted to let everybody know that I fucked up.
Yeah, no worries. But I'm Johnny with Inspired by Cannabis. Hello, everybody. As you can tell, we're inspired.
This is True Buzz, that Mary J. Now we ain't new to this. From my stoners and from my cannabis enthusiasts. Never heard a show as good as this. Number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up. Perfect show for my smokers. True Buzz, hey.
So we stay inspired. That's what I like to say. Because, right, cannabis advocates, as we talk and we get inspired. Chefs get inspired. Artists get inspired. I get inspired when I create my designs. I just like smoke a lot of weed and then just create my designs. That's how I created this design.
That design's dope, dude. Fucking simplicity, you were saying, man, is where it's at.
Yeah, pretty much, right? It's a bong. It's a tribute, homage to bong owners. It's a whole community. Like I met out in San Diego.
You pop up just a little bit.
They're like Illadelph.
Perfect.
Have you? Yeah, I'm sure you know that brand, Illadelph. Like it's a whole like community. Um, and then I got a bong. Shout out to Mota Glass. They're my buddies. They gave me a free bong, basically, like a
Dope.
18-inch blue with the logo on the side,
Good.
and it rips and saves my weed like no other. Like I'm so happy for it. Like as a pothead, like conserve your weed and you get super lit, and then with the water, it like this hits so much smoother than say a joint.
Oh shit.
So like you get
Yeah,
lit really
you're
quick.
right. I just love joints, but you're right.
I'm not saying that just because you're smoking one, but
No, I got you.
it's
I
just,
got you. I was just
right.
like taking it. I'm like, but I'm with you. Because when you see the roach, you see the end of it, you see like, and you're just like, ugh. And
Mhm.
then you see a dirty bong too, and you're like, oh, right. Even this bubbler that I cleared out.
Yeah, I like your bubblers. Hit
Thanks.
did
I
the
got I
job.
got for $30 the other day.
Nice.
I haven't bought a piece in a while, but I was like just on a whim, like,
That's a
let me
great
check it out.
deal because I got mine for the same price and it's not as nice.
Well, hey man, shout out to Bake Bros around. I think they're Baldwin Park, but shout out to them then, man. But yeah, I feel it's interesting now because we've talked so much and gotten so deep. I'm trying to think of like how to bring it back and kind of share with everybody from the jump. Actually, we were talking about cleanings, the beach cleanups that you do,
Right, right.
and those are fucking really dope, man.
Yeah, I've been doing it since June, in the height of pandemic because I was like, I don't want to be alone anymore. I need to see my friends. So I met up with a bunch of friends, and then we just kept doing it. And I have a whole itinerary, so what to expect. So people see it beforehand and they just show up and they're like, "Oh, okay, well, it works out
Well,
perfectly."
and
Like
I
I've
saw you
always
sent me
wanted to
that.
be a teacher, honestly, but someone once told me, "You can't be a teacher because then they're gonna think you're a child molester." And that's the
Shit.
society that we live in, unfortunately. And I didn't understand it in the beginning when they told me that. So then when I got older, I was like, now as an adult, I'm like, oh, now I know why.
Yeah, it's
But
sad.
I still teach people. We're all teachers essentially. That's just a quality that we all have when you like share information or knowledge.
Yeah, we're all teachers and students too.
Definitely. You always have
That's
to have that student
yeah,
mentality.
for
If you
sure.
feel like you know everything, you're already lost.
They're
That's
probably a
what I say.
douchebag. I know how to do everything. It's like,
It's
maybe
like
not.
all the cannabis experts like, I'm a cannabis expert. I'm
See,
like, "Oh, really?
I'll label.
I'm a cannabis expert too.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
both
yeah.
let's show how smart we are and how much we knowledge we have." Like,
That's it. I have one
do
of the.
you smoke weed? Do
Yeah.
you?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
No.
No,
No, I'm
okay.
kidding.
I
Yeah, of
do
course, of
too.
course,
So
of
it's
course.
like that's all we need to know. Like,
Oh shit, no, man, for real. But yeah, that's the thing is like when somebody's trying to flex, that's where like being
all the
like
headies
or
and
even
come
like
on.
just bring up the bartending space and like bartenders like try to like flex like, oh, I'm so good. I'm like, dude, you just mixed a spirit with something sweet and something citrus.
Everybody knows how
Like,
to
yeah,
make
it's
it.
like, come on, get out of here,
And you add a little umbrella
get
on
out of
top,
here.
and
Yeah,
that's it.
bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, it's like getting prepackaged weed in fancy, packaging or cases. Like, I don't like the bags. Do you like the mailer bags? Like,
No, I
or do you
prefer
prefer the glass?
oh
I
glass
prefer
for sure,
glass.
glass
Like,
for sure.
yeah, I've noticed because the cost, it's reducing, but that's why they're doing it in mailer bags lately more
Just because it's
cheaper.
yeah.
But come on, like,
You see,
keep using
you
glass.
see,
Or use hemp. I don't know if there's hemp cases already. There should be. Somebody's out there making that.
Sorry, I thought I had a glass back there where it was I got from the hollow tips.
Mm.
They're doing their flower, but they did a little hole in the bottom so people can like
a
reuse it to like put little plants in and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was like drainage. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But yeah, I was just
I
geeking
kinda
out for
wanna
a
see
second.
it now.
Oh shit. Okay, I gotta get it now. Took the little.
He hyped it up. He's like, but I'm not gonna show you.
Well, I have a bunch of.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, take one of these too. I don't know if you've seen these before. Little hydro stones. If your shit's a little dry, throw that in with
I
it.
didn't know they made these.
Yeah, pretty sick.
Oh, I could put it in my jar right
So,
now.
and here they had a little rubber stopper, and then I just poked it out. But they were saying you could like put stuff in there so it's like reusable if you wanted to put like a little succulent in there or something. Interesting concept.
Yeah, I've been seeing that, and also candles. People make
Well,
candles out of it.
with this hydrostone, if you put it in like that, it might absorb a little of the moisture. Because if you want to rehydrate, you get it wet first and put it in with what, like in a bag with it, or in a container, or in like a boost pack.
That's cool.
From what I've learned, I did a video on this geeking out, so I'm like, oh.
Okay, that's like that's a lot of detail. He must have done something with it.
Yeah.
I just put it in my weed.
Yeah. Oh,
Right now.
perfect. Yeah, it's a dope little
Try it
thing,
out.
man. You can like take these and like cut it and then like put the moist stone in there, and it's supposed to rehydrate the packs when they're done, supposedly too. It kind of has. I'm still in experiment with it. But anyway, man, I want to kind of. I know we're just kind of stoned, man, after smoking up for a little while there, but kind of want to get back to kind of your brand and how it, its origination, and then want to talk too about how what else you got popping off with the show and stuff, man, that we were talking about earlier.
All right, so Inspired by Cannabis was created in a what's it called, garage, like every great idea, right? In a garage in Downey, with these people that will remain unnamed because I don't associate with them anymore.
Okay.
Just weird stuff happened, but
Right on.
we were super lit. And then all these people are business owners, and I was like, man, these guys inspire me so much. Like, I was like, that was the light bulb. Inspired by cannabis. What's the thing we all have collectively, like together? We all smoke weed. So I was inspired by cannabis
Fuck yeah.
because I feel like we are all plants, and we have to excuse me, water ourselves like regularly, like, daily. That way we could continue to grow. And you have to put yourself in challenges. That way you continue to grow. How are you gonna like be able to deal with stuff in your life if you just run away from your issues? To be honest, so you kind of have to like see it straight in the eye and be like, let's do this. Life is the way I see it is like life is like a bear, and it's like coming at you, but you still have to fight it. You can't run away. You have to fight it. Like, just find your way, man. I get
Dude,
the eyes.
that's I like that because it's like such a strong image, and
But
it's real shit.
that's
That's
where
real
that's
talk.
where it started, and then I was like, hey, I'm gonna start sourcing artists that could design on Instagram. I just started looking for cool stuff, and I hit up a person that does murals. It's like Latin art murals, and I told her I wanted like a one love design where it was like the heart, like because cannabis is like it's part of my heart, and then it grows. The weed grows out of it, so that's what I made. and she killed it. I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is gonna be great."
Oh
And
shit.
I sold those like hotcakes, like they did well. And that was the summer of last year. Yeah, summer of last year? No, 2 years ago. Yeah, that's crazy. 2 years ago, because COVID
Uh,
just killed the year, like it
yeah,
just skipped it.
man.
So yeah, I did that, and then I used to have event. I did an event once with my buddy that has his own website. It's called Respect My Region, and we got a lot of like dope brands to be part of this event, and it was literally the last event before COVID hit, like the quarantine started, and second to last, but it was dope. Like a lot of people came out, they showed a lot of support. I sold out of what I had. I had a "Don't Smoke Mids" shirt. That was my other design, my first one. And I was like, because I don't like mids. Like that's how I really felt about it. So I
I
put
feel that
so I
shit.
did that. And then the other design was the botanical gardens. It was like just flowers, and then I added weed in it. So then it looks like just a bouquet, right? So that's my focus, is to normalize cannabis and break the stigma of cannabis, because we know it's just a plant. So we're like, that's how I want to depict it. That's how I want people to see it, as that, because it is just that. So I'm just
Yeah.
showing what it is, right? I'm just opening up their eyes, but the apparel is for everybody. It could be like the mom, it could be the dad, it could be like your typical just teacher that smokes weed because they're stressed out because of these kids. I don't know. I'm sure that happens.
For real.
So it's not just a big old weed leaf on your chest. Like, hey, look at, is there any weed in this shirt? There isn't, right? And that's the point of it.
Mhm.
So making designs like that, I've been able to kind of like get some hype because people appreciate it. They like it.
I do for
And
sure.
and it's working out. So I also have my website, right? It's inspired by cannabisbrand.com. Inspiredbycannabis.com was taken already by somebody. I don't know who, but they don't use it.
This
I wish
purchase
I could. Yeah,
so
people do that. That's
yeah.
another thing. So that's my website, and I'm about to update it for the new collection, and that's gonna hit like, it's gonna be out right at the end of maybe middle or end of March.
So
So right now I'm just focused on like grinding away all the marketing content, which is like photography, right? You have to have your photos. They have to be like quality, like, right? If you're trying to sell
magazine
something,
style shit.
right? And that's what I did this past weekend. I had a photo shoot with this guy that I met through IG. He wanted to work with me for like a couple months now, and because COVID and everything hit, it just didn't pan out until this Saturday, and it was a great day. Like, there was supposed to be somebody else to show up, but instead she'd rather like do OnlyFans content. So I just like brushed that off and then did my own thing
Oh
and took photos
shit.
of myself, and they actually came out really good, and they're gonna come out once everything's out. Because I've noticed with my algorithms, to be honest, people, I just get more likes. That's part of it, right? But I get more likes when it's pictures of me versus other people. But I put other people because I want it. It's always been a platform to uplift everybody. I actually started growing because I had this Inspired Mondays, and it was like a post, Instagram post of a person within the industry, say bud tender or mom, canna mom, say whatever in the community. So it would be, the first question would be, what inspires you? No, no, what was the first question?
What
How does cannabis inspire you? That was the first question. And then I forgot the second one, but the other one was, um would you how would you recommend weed to like someone that hasn't smoked weed, and like what tips would you give them? Oh, and the other question was, when when was the first time you smoked weed, and how'd that go? And people used to get down, like they used to fill
that's
those up,
dope. That's dope.
and then we would just read each other's stuff, and that was every Monday. So I just started networking, hitting people up like, "Hey, I have this thing every week. You want to be part of it? Here are the questions." Boom, boom, boom. And then I started to need like backups because I didn't want to rush anybody, right? And it was a weekly thing. It was a lot to keep up, and I kept up with it for maybe 6 months, maybe, and then I kind of like stopped doing it, and then I actually worked on my brand because everybody knew that I had designs, but I took a long time to bring it out because it's just I wasn't in the right state of mind. And then it finally happened. It worked out. So I took it out 2020, yeah, January 2020. That's when the Shopify account went live, and then it wasn't doing too hot until actually just recently, since November, December. It got like $1,500 in sales like November and December. And I was like, oh, okay, this could work. It was thanks to the smiley face design, which still
Yes, which
sells.
is dope. Which is dope.
Yeah, should check that one out. So that one's still selling and it's doing well. I made it into hoodies and those sold out.
And when we were talking earlier too, you were talking about the quality you use.
Yes.
You like to go, which I agree with it, that 100%.
Hmm.
And what's dope too is that it's all done here
Yeah,
in
definitely. It's a
California.
buddy locally. Shout out to Loud Print Co. They do like clothing for Moxie, Ball Family Farms, and then myself. So it's only right, to
Yeah,
be in that circle
yeah.
because we're all just supporting one another, which is part of what I do in my cleanups. But it's also twofold with the apparel because people like it, but they also understand like I need a money stream, right, to be doing this. I don't get paid to do coordinate like events of 60 people. That was the last event we had in Long Beach. There was 60 people in the beach cleaning up. We picked up 250 pounds of trash.
Real
And
shit.
yeah, and we've been doing that consistently. And then that's why I just branched it out from Long Beach. First, I started with Long Beach and then moved to San Diego and then Venice, Santa Monica. Santa Monica was so funny because I had just got a banner. It says my name inspired by cannabis, and everybody was just like making faces. They're like older white people, like cannabis.
What
And
is
somebody, like a power couple, like like steroid dude and like older lady. Oh, we made the same company with the same name, inspired by cannabis. That's why we were like, oh, I was like, yeah, I've been doing this for a while now. I just told her, I'm like, I don't care what you thought of, but that was my name.
what did she say?
Oh, she just I didn't say that, but
Oh,
she
I
was
was like,
just
oh
like,
shit.
I was just like, okay, well, yeah, I've been doing it for a while. And then she's like, oh, okay. And then I never saw him again.
Oh
And
shit.
I don't see it anywhere. So I came up with that and it was triggered by cannabis. It was inspired by cannabis. It literally was. And that's why I love it. Cause instead of saying like, oh, I'm so high, like, man, I'm so baked or I'm so lit, I'm so faded. Why not like stay inspired? Right? We all get inspired. And we do a lot of great things when we're high. That's the first
Shit's
time I said that in a long time
well,
because
dude.
it truly is inspiration.
And I did a podcast with Sean Gold from Pilgrim Soul, and he's launching these like vape pens that they've specifically tried to find the most like four creative strains or four creative pens, and they're gonna mix the most like creative strains together that they've kind of tested. Oh shit, that sounds like kind of a dope idea. But just like the whole point is it's just like inspiring. Like you're gonna smoke it and you're gonna be inspired, you know?
Yes. Right? Yeah. And how do you think we've been able to come up with so many crazy strain names?
Oh, that shit's
Y-
another
They
level,
just
though.
smoke it, right? And then they're like,
Oh, what's this mother?
let's call it anything. Gorilla glue, right?
Is
Arctic
it
monkeys.
fucking
What's the craziest name and strain that you've heard? There's so many now. I didn't
what was
think it
that
was
one?
ever going to
What's
be
the one
this
that's
way.
what's a cat piss?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a pretty crazy one. When I first heard that, I'm like, what the fuck?
I've heard a crazy name. Well, the one that's really good is Ball Family Farms. I don't know if you tried the LaRusso. That
Oh
strain,
shit!
it's like inspired by Karate Kid.
What? Oh
Yeah,
shit! Yeah.
it's Ball Family Farms, and that's their whole thing, kind of thing. And it's Daniel LaRusso, and
Oh,
that
did they come out with
strain,
this with like the
that's
Cobra
what it's
Kai
called.
shit?
Yeah, yeah, that's why I like them because they have something
that's
to go with their
that
weed. Like, oh,
that
I like it.
that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, and their fire is really good weed.
Oh shit! Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
have to get fucking kicked by Larusso.
oh, you literally will. I'm not kidding. Yeah, that's why I haven't bought it since. Because the last time I smoked it, I was put out. I was
Oh
like out for
shit!
the night. So
Oh
that's a
damn!
great one for
Oh
insomnia for
damn! Okay,
sure. Like,
word.
because right, we smoke weed for more than just to get high,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
for sure.
medicinal.
Relaxation, sleep.
Why do you smoke weed?
I like it.
That's a great
No, but
answer.
there's so many reasons, like you're saying,
Right?
but especially at the end of the night, that's why I like doing some edibles at night. Just do that. Or I've been doing a weed, honey, and tea lately, like a weed tea.
Oh.
Do that with the
You
sleepy
know what?
with
I
some
got
sleepy
a
time tea,
package
dude.
of wheat tea, and I forgot about it, so I didn't get to try it. It went bad.
Yeah.
But I was so excited to try it. But you know why I didn't try it? Because I was so high on edibles. It was like a like a secret sesh, kind of like a trap shop kind of sesh
I've
out in
heard such
San
good things
Diego.
about the secret sesh
In
shit.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Well, that's something different. But I'm just saying a backyard
Yeah,
sesh
yeah, yeah,
basically,
yeah,
and
yeah.
there's just like trap stars. But they had edibles, and it was cool. It's cool. Everybody was just vibing, and at the even before all this, it was like cannabis was illegal, and people that come in, they think that they just step in and like be culture vultures essentially, and expect like with a bunch of money that they'll be able to make a brand, and then they focus on just selling mids. Like, who's gonna buy mids? Like,
Well, I was gonna
why
ask
are
you.
you insulting me with this type of quality of weed? Like, I'm not gonna give you my money. That's just
uh,
how I feel.
No, I feel you. But what do you? I just it just kind of blows my mind, because when I was in Kansas, like in high school, mids was a common thing thrown around. Like if I ask if people like, oh, was it mids or whatever, it's like I'm just surprised out here even that people were just mids was just that around. Like,
Right? Because you thought it made sense that you would get mids
because I'm in
because
the
it's
middle
far.
of yeah, because I don't know. But also when I moved out here too, I thought I was just gonna like all the restaurants were gonna have like fresh seafood. Like for some reason I thought that I was like
Where are these expectations coming from?
just my head.
What?
Because I was living in Hermosa Beach and Redondo Beach,
Okay.
so I thought I was going to go to the beach and all these places would be serving up good fresh fish, but it's all just frozen shit. I'm like, except if you go to the pier, they have some good shit. Usually you can cook fresh, but
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just what I thought.
I
It just
just
made sense
I
to me.
I just asked because a lot of people that are not from here, they have a lot of things like that they think expectations, right? And then it's just like totally not what people expect.
Yeah, and that's like Jersey too. Because when I tell people I'm from Jersey, they're like, "Oh, Jersey Shore," It's
Oh
always,
no.
yeah, it's like which is the raps, but they're coming back more with like other shit. But it's like Jersey, yeah, it's just always funny. The perspective is different. Like when I heard I was moving to Kansas, I thought I was going to be with a bunch of hicks, is what I said. But it was more
Just
urban.
anywhere
It was more urban
like
than where I was
anywhere
in
else,
Jersey. Yeah,
like anywhere else.
yeah, it's all the same,
That's
but
how it is.
or
I feel
different
now
though.
that this country is, unless you're going like to Texas. Texas is a little different. It's nice though. It's a lot of like land, and I recently visited my uncle, and it was nice out there. They had a golden retriever. I would walk him to the local park, literally around the corner, and it's a beautiful park. Like it's a trail
Dude, I
essentially.
love that
And
shit.
I'm like, wow, I want to live here. Like not this city where it's all sewage and dirt and like I'm sorry, homeless. It's the truth. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
your life. You could choose how you want to live it, and I'd rather have it like something like that. Like imagine you walk around and it's like now you're in a trail. Like that's awesome.
yeah, that's
And then for the houses, you get a new house for like 300,000, 350, 320, 327. I'm like, I want to be away from people and have a nice
Well,
house.
you
Why
can
not?
even go to other places too and get even probably cheaper too.
That's
Like go
true.
to
And
like
just work
Montana,
remote, right?
like
My buddy's in West Virginia or Virginia, somewhere over there. He has a house out there. I'm like,
there's
oh,
there's good places to be
right.
had,
And
but
then just travel back and forth. Nah.
yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I've always said that like I'm 100% the same way. But like it'll be later. I've always given myself like I know when I hit probably like 40 or some shit, I'm gonna be like I'm in the woods.
Like it took you courage to like go from Kansas to here, right? To move out here.
Yes, yeah. That's where most of the fam is. Miss them, but yeah, just following the path, man. Seeing what's good. Like you never know. Like I know, and you were saying that too when we were recording just before this. Is like you never know the path, dude, of what's gonna happen exactly. It's all gonna kind of just go.
I just go with the flow. That's why I love going to the beach because it's like you're one with water, and I feel like honestly my personal opinion, not opinion, it's philosophy, idea, whatever you want to call it, is we came from the water. Like we came as fishes. We're like little just cells, and then we just multiplied.
That's a trip to think about.
Because I think about it like a virus. Virus, it does the same thing, but it's just a small organism that just mutates and just gets bigger. I've always told people that diseases are gonna kill us, like the smallest things that we can't even see. That's just blows your mind if we didn't know science. That's why it's called like the Black Death, right? Like, and then that happened in like old age times, a long time ago.
Yeah, because there's like, what the fuck? It's just
Yeah,
like,
people are
and you
just
get people
dying.
like, yeah,
They're getting like boils, and they would just raw. It was like, wow.
yeah, that shit's fucking raw.
And then what was it like common cold until we got like penicillin. Once we got penicillin, like we're able to like cure
Which I guess
things.
I'm allergic to.
Oh,
I don't,
see?
yeah. But I mean, I'm sure I could take, I don't know. They said it when I was like 3 years old, so who knows? I haven't taken it since. I'm not trying to really
Yeah.
fuck with it, but yeah, which is interesting. I don't know. I'm not really allergic to anything else. I don't know how they figured that out. Must have had some reaction or some shit. Well, we were talking earlier.
Hmm.
I keep saying that because we had such a great conversation, but it was interesting to talk about like um the combining of like, like the healthcare, like if healthcare and cannabis combined, like somebody who could possibly like get it like a script for it for way cheaper than now. I know it's like kind of medical weed, like I was saying, but I like just like you could pay $20 copay and then get like a quarter or something.
That would be awesome. Don't they do that in like Amsterdam already or something?
Do
France,
they?
maybe? I don't know.
Shit, I need to keep up on the world more, man.
Well, yeah, I don't keep on it unless it comes out in Yahoo, right? I get those alerts in the morning. I'm like, oh, that's what's going on.
Yeah, it's like yes, it's
Because I'm just really like tunnel vision right now and like my vision. Literally. That's the trip. That's what I'm
respect.
doing.
I feel that.
I see it. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm like already getting, I'm probably already there, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah,
So it's like, all right, it's time to move it, like the song. The move it,
move it, move it.
move
Time to move
Yeah,
it.
pretty
Fuck yeah,
much.
man.
So it's exciting. It's a lot of good times, like you were saying. Um, doing this show, right? It's like you met a lot of dope people and you just wanted to do it because you just wanted to smoke and have and get to and ask questions.
Well, it wasn't even the crazy thing is because didn't have any of this at first. Is it wasn't even I couldn't even smoke in the studio
Right.
because I didn't have the equipment, so I couldn't rent it out.
Hmm.
But I mean, I'd smoked a vape in there a couple times and stuff, but it was mostly just off the jump to like learn,
Right.
just kick it and learn more about people in the trenches doing it. But then that's why this is dope because we can just fucking smoke and shit. And I wanted to in the studio, but their studio is awesome too. But,
Yeah, of
whoa.
course.
And that's where we'll get some more people on and check it out there. But
Well, I might have my own show and I
and you were
might be
saying,
able to
yeah,
smoke weed there. I'm pretty sure
that's
actually you can because I came on as a guest beforehand and it was dope. Like the guy is a great dude that runs it and I just need to hustle like anything else and have a good time doing it. I have the partnerships, I believe, through the cleanups, and I have certain people I want to like interview off the bat, even if I don't make money off of them. But I'm gonna be making money with other brands that want to support and make money together,
yeah,
because the analytics in terms of like the people that listen to the show monthly are like up to 800 to 900,000 listeners. That's with all the shows combined.
not how many
So
shows are there?
I'm not sure.
Damn,
I don't
that's
know
those
too
some
much.
numbers though. So that's what's
Right, of
up, like
course.
for
That's
real.
what you just hear. And
Yeah,
it's like once I know the actual details of what they can offer, obviously through going through the experience of all the shows and everything, right? I'm gonna be able to sell it better. And that's with everything that's you're selling. It's like whenever you're communicating, you're technically negotiating, you're trying to like convince the other person to do an action, right? Whether it's anything, right? So that's the same thing with sales. That's how I used to be in a call center. I used to be a supervisor for a call center at Cal State Long Beach, and I would manage like maybe 30 to 40 people for 3 hour segments, and we would raise up to like $5,000 in 3 hours.
word.
Cold calling, and then we would call like people that
And
typically
and
give.
what were you selling?
We are selling oh, we're just soliciting for funds for the university.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh
we
shit.
would just
Oh,
ask
okay.
for
So
money, like, hey, can you support us? We wouldn't say that, but it was a whole
uh,
process, right? Like
yeah.
that's what essentially we would do. And I used to be the supervisor there for like 3 4 years. So I was able to like meet so many people, maybe like 800 to 900 people,
Shit.
because it was a huge university and the retention rate was really high. not the retention rate was really low. Because they're getting paid minimum, and then you're doing cold calling, and then people are hanging up on you or being like mean to you or harassing you. A lot of times there's
Oh,
creep. I'm alumni from Cal State Long Beach.
oh
Don't
shit.
be a creep.
Oh
I
my
just
god.
thought
Oh,
of that.
it's like
Then
it's really like
sometimes it would
that.
be like, "Hey, what do you do? You sound cute." Like, yeah, and I would hear in the calls because I would hear. We had a phone to hear in the calls, so I was like NSA before NSA, but
That's funny though. That's pretty funny.
but that was the point of it, was for training. It was like, hey, you know what? Because the thing is with sales, it's like once the person says yes, that's when you stop talking because they already said yes,
Yeah.
right? And then you move on and you're like, all right, no, so let's talk about the details. Which package do you want? We would have like the university affiliates, which was 125. I'm all like bringing the script
Let's go.
back.
Let's go. Sell
So
me.
so it's tax deductible, so it's a win-win, right? It's done. That's it. It's tax deductible. So you definitely want to donate. So now how much are you gonna donate? Like we have 125, it's 25 it's, yeah, I'm resting. $25 for 5 months, and it's tax deductible. It's like a sacrifice of going out for dinner. Like one weekend, just say like, hey, I'm just gonna stay in, and you're helping for a great cause. We're doing a lot of great things out here, and we're having these events, and we're doing scholarships, and we're doing like alumni fun. Like we're helping you guys, and we're creating events for you guys could come and like network and kind of mingle with your people that you went to school with. And then, like, what was your major? That's when it started. And
Oh
they talk
shit.
more, and later be like, "Oh, I'm not interested." And I'll be like, "Well, at least let me tell you all the great things that are going on, like all the updates." And they'll be like, "Okay." So then by then they'll be like, "Wow, that's so cool!
Oh
Like you
shit.
guys are doing so
See, I
many
I would
great
have
things."
yeah.
And then that's when I just tell them, "Hey, well, in order for us to continue to have this, you got to help us out. That way we keep doing it. Because if anything, like you're probably donating to a future nurse or a future doctor, a future engineer, a future Steven Spielberg, because he went there for like a couple months and they claim him, but he dropped out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I was like, but my point is, it's a great school, great
that's what
university.
fucking
That's where I learned all my craft, right? Like you get what you pay for it. I was getting state grants. The state paid for it. I got scholarships.
yeah, that's nice.
So
Yeah,
I went to school for free, essentially.
I got a bunch of grants, but I still ended up having to take out some loans.
I got one loan towards the end, but it was only 4K, which
That's
I'm
pretty good.
only owe like $100,000 probably.
Dude, it's crazy how expensive that shit is for real.
It's a setup.
It's
It's
pretty
like
fucked.
it's like Trump University.
And I think it's pretty fucking like apparent. Like,
Hmm?
I think it's pretty apparent to most people.
Yeah.
The general person you'd ask, or like, yeah, you see online schemers. Like,
Oh yeah, especially stoners, like people that smoke weed. Like we're pretty woke, so we know it's like how everything is set up to be like just money driven,
yeah,
right? At the end of the day,
yeah. It's always walking that line. It's because it's like you want to make, like we're talking like the revenue streams and stuff. It's like getting the money, but doing it like honestly and in a way that you're happy with and believe in.
yes,
Like that's the, I don't know.
yeah, well, yeah, because
That's the answer, really. I
Yeah.
think. I don't know.
still
Oh,
trying
shit.
to figure it
So
out.
always,
Always trying to get better.
for real.
Yeah,
But
because I don't know. I try just to dwell on focusing on the positive, and tell people don't be inspired by like what I say, but what I do. Judge me by my actions, not my words, because everybody could talk.
respect, respect.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
I could say like I'm gonna jump off this bridge, and then I'm gonna
Don't
record
do it, man. Don't do it.
but I don't do it.
Don't do
Right?
it. Don't do
Simple
it.
example.
Oh shit.
I've met so many people in the industry, and it's just like actions speak louder than words, especially to me. So it's just the way it works.
Back it up.
Yeah. Because not every brand is like the best brand in terms of like. Actually, no, I don't have no reason to say that. Like, there's a lot of great brands. Everybody is like amazing. The
Well-
ones that I work with. It's just like some that I've experienced in the past, but it's like that's the past.
Yeah. Respect to that too.
Yeah.
For real. It's on. It's over. But you just won't fuck with them again.
Right, and you know who actually supports you. And I'm at a point where like I know So that's why I'm very confident because I have great people supporting me. Like I might have a photo shoot at the Originals Grow. Shout out to them. They're amazing. And I just need to, arrange that and coordinate it and the time. It's about timing.
Word.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man,
They're
we can
I don't know
collaborate
if
on
you
that too,
tried
man. I
I
got
don't know
some.
if you tried their flower before. It's amazing. They grow the famous Oaksterdam.
Okay, I might have tried their shit, but I definitely haven't had that.
That one is crazy. That one's good. That
Okay,
one's my
shit,
favorite.
shit, man.
Then you got the gelato, and then you got the OG Kush. So they grow mainly focused on OGs, which is why I love it because that's always been my strain that I've smoked all my life, right? So like I don't like no Tangy or
Yeah,
High Cloud Sativa. Like I don't know, I just
yeah,
made that. That's just me personally.
yeah. No, I hear
It
you.
gives me paranoia. It gets me like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
anxious. Yeah, I'm like
yeah. It
I'm like
happens.
whoa,
Yeah,
what's going on in my head?
for sure. But I don't know. I like them all, but I feel you. It's hard to say sometimes though. Like especially in the daytime, like a nice like sativa or before a workout or something, get a little sativa and it can hit nice
Maybe
sometimes.
a hybrid for me, but strictly sativa. It doesn't work with my
Oh,
endocannabinoid system.
respect,
Yeah,
respect, and that's
you
what I think
gotta
we're
know,
both trying
right?
to talk about too. When we were before, is
Mhm.
that like everybody's different. You were telling me an edible story, and and I've said too, like so many people have said bad experiences with edibles, so they've been turned off weed for good or whatever. It's like everybody's system, like you're saying, reacts differently and shit.
Yeah, it's just like anything else we intake, like coffee or vitamins, drugs,
Yeah, I take caffeine. I
vaccines.
take caffeine every day, dude. I've been saying I'm gonna stop drinking caffeine for years, but I still drink caffeine.
Well, that was my argument with my dad because he doesn't appreciate cannabis like I do. And I just tell him like, don't you drink coffee every day? Like sometimes you even drink it at night before you go to sleep. It's like a culture thing. Like Mexicans just love to drink coffee with their or sweet bread with their pan dulce. It's like it's a thing. And then I told him that, and he just like, oh, like okay, like I just stuck with that because it made sense to me. Like truly, like
Mm,
like your caffeine, you need that jump start.
yeah, for real. Yeah.
That's just one thing,
Yeah,
right?
caffeine, and it's addicting as fuck too. It's like I don't
Well,
know.
just like cigarettes, they put nicotine and all these other
Well, that's something I've
chemicals.
never really fucked with
I
much
just
ever.
already, I as soon as I saw it, I knew like it's just bad for you. Like it made no sense. Like why try it?
I will like if I get really drunk, I'll like to smoke a cigarette. I'll pack.
Same here though. No, I have to be like 3 or 4 beers, maybe on the fourth.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Something about it, or a nice blunt or whatever. But
Oh yeah. Well, I'll get crossfaded with beer and weed. I'll pass out.
yeah,
Yeah. I'll just like call it a night.
well, yeah, yeah, that'll happen to me
See you
too.
tomorrow.
Shit,
Yeah.
especially my favorite beer, dude. Tank 7 from Boulevard. I don't know
Mm.
if you've had any. It's a Kansas City company, dude. I just
Oh,
always talk about this beer because I love
okay.
it.
Shout out to Kansas.
They're Tank 7, man, 8.5% in one of those,
Oh,
and
that's a
it tastes
good. I
good.
love that percentage. That's a good one. Eight
Has a
point
good
five.
flavor. It's like saison style, but yeah, you know,
I like Lagunitas personally. Like
their little something's my
their whole
favorite.
line.
Oh, they're
That's literally the one I just bought, like a 6 pack from
oh
Trader
shit, yeah,
Joe's,
that's where it's at too.
and it's
All their shit's good though. To
with
your point,
just
they're tried and
one, the
true.
ice cold. I was like, oh, I was like, I don't know if I want this second one.
Oh, and which one did you? Oh, the little something you got. Yeah, like
Yeah,
they're like
that one. Those are strong.
those. Yeah, I think those are like
8,
7.2 or something.
7.8
Maybe
maybe.
7.8.
Yeah,
Something up there.
but
Geeking out,
they're
man.
good with a bunch of like when it's really cold. I
Yeah.
have my phases, I'm not completely all 100% weed, but then I just switch up and then like I like tequila, I like a shot or
Dude,
two with some lime. Like
since I moved out
and you're
here,
just chilling.
almost.
It's a different like feeling. It's not like beer. Tequila is more like calming, but you're buzzed, like just chilling.
Well, yeah, it's
Because it's a
actually
plant. It's like
yeah, yeah, and
it's aloe vera,
it's
right?
actually considered like a fucking more of an upper compared to any other liquor,
I see that because
which I
every
didn't believe
time
at
I've had a
first.
good time with tequila. Let's just say that it's the truth though. Because when I
Cute.
was going to school, it was called Thirsty Thursdays for a reason, right?
Oh shit.
And then we would my buddy had his apartment. We'd have our parties, and We would, of course, hotbox. I remember I was always the dude that had the weed. Okay. And I would go pick up a bunch and just love to smoke people out. I always been like that and still am, which I think is why I get along with a lot of people. Let's just be real.
Hell yeah. Hell
But
yeah.
that's part of it, right? But yeah, I remember we had a party once and then I had a eighth of train wreck, and I thought an eighth was so much back then. Maybe because the nugs were not as condensed. They're like, you remember that old weed?
Yeah,
But in
yeah.
this train wreck, it was like real train wreck. It was super nice, like the purple, like it had that sativa look, but it was just train wreck, and it was like a hybrid. And then so we smoked it all, and it lasted like almost all night. But we were doing the volcano. We had a volcano,
Oh shit. I like the volcanoes.
so it worked out because it would get a lot, and then we would just do it slowly. So that's why it lasted so long. Now that I think about it, and we had a great night, and we just like do that a couple times. Then my other buddy had a room in a fraternity house in Lakewood, and we would go party over there. And one time they had an epic like beer pong tournament, and the whole backyard was
I
full
haven't played that
of
shit
like
in so
maybe
long.
15 to 20 tables, no lie. And I just came up. I was actually good. I'm still good if I try, but
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, let's go. Like, who wants to lose? I was so cocky, like this 19, 20-year
Oh
old. Like,
shit. I
who wants
forgot.
to
Oh shit.
lose? And then they'd be like, okay, you're next. And then go up and just show up. Bing, bing, bing.
Damn.
Good times.
Dude, you're making me want to fucking reminisce on that.
Good times.
Yeah. I've, I've had fun doing that. But it's been so long since it's like
Hmm.
I played a game like that. Shit, man. I'm
Oh,
been
yeah, same.
like going to like I can't remember the last house party I ever went to,
No,
man.
now it's like, who could out dab somebody?
Any most people could me, dude, really easily. I'm not I'm fucking my lungs aren't cut out for it, I think,
Or
man.
like a bong rip. I just like hit it how I want. Like, I don't try to like make sure it's the most smoke possible, but there's people, shout out to them, they're creators, right? Like, I can't do that. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I had a buddy that could. I'm just like that's fucking hits me hard, man. That's why like dabs hit me hard too. That's why I love edibles too, I think a lot.
like, what do you think about like the content that I guess so-called influencers do in within like the cannabis industry?
I think it's all cool for the most part, just because it's like I mean, depends what I guess.
There's so much.
Yeah, that's why it's like hard to say because I don't know. My content's I guess a little different, so I kind of but I do see there's so much different stuff from like huge rips like you were saying to like more educational style stuff to like
There's a
dabs and
lot of
like
niches.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I love it.
yeah,
It's a whole community. It's like
yeah,
a tree.
for real.
They're all communicating and talking to each other. See where
Through
I'm
the
getting at?
grapevine, man, for real. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just I think it's I guess I'll just say I think it's probably all good just to bring it back that people are doing it unless like I don't know. I don't really see too many like, haters though really
Too
either.
many what?
Like haters in the space
No, I don't.
like like occasionally on YouTube I'll get some weird comments, but really the majority
Hmm.
it's like that's the point to like you're saying it's just like a chill
Well,
tree
I feel
like
like honestly, just having your own podcast, it's kind of like it gives you some type of me personally, like prestige because like you're bold enough to speak your mind. A lot of people don't do that, and we're not really taught like raised to be like, hey, speak your mind. But say it in a way effectively communicating, like not a lot of people can do that. And when you just end up doing it, you just get better at it.
yeah, huh? Yeah, it's like and you just got to put in the reps. And that's why like even doing more and more videos and just doing quicker shit or like when you're saying you have the app on your phone and you're
The
editing
GoPro,
stuff up GoPro it's just straight on the GoPro or is it an app through the GoPro?
it's an app on my phone, and then it syncs to the GoPro
Okay,
through
yeah, okay,
Bluetooth.
word, yeah, okay.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't even know they were on that level. But I've my old GoPro is like 4 years old, so
Yeah, yeah. This is like the newest one. I got it for like myself as a Christmas present. I was like, I'm gonna invest in me, and that's what I tell people: invest in yourself. If you want to learn a skill, like pick it up. Like, there's no reason for you not to learn.
for real.
It's just you're your own kind of like person that are putting your own limits. You just have to like say, I don't
Something
have a limit.
it's got to put in like we were saying a second ago, just put in the reps, you know,
Yeah,
like the 10,000 hour, whatever that mark, you know, people talk about, but whatever
yeah,
it is,
like
it's like
that's how I feel now
actually,
with Inspired by
yeah,
Cannabis.
actually is doing it for a while. It just takes fucking time. It's like, you know, we're just still, you know, have that student mentality too, like you're saying, learning, but it's like, I don't know, it's all fucking process, man. I'm not
Yeah,
here to
and
fucking
we're just
preach
learning
shit,
from
but
each other
yeah.
and growing. As long as we continue to support each other, it's just the way it works. Everybody, there's enough. I guess we could create a buffet and have enough food on the plate for everybody.
Yeah, dude, sign me up again there, man. Thinking about actually going to a buffet sounds amazing.
I
It
know.
was
I
never
got the
even my thing. It was
munchies.
like never my thing, but just like the idea with COVID, like, oh,
Which buffet? Hometown buffet?
no,
Not
there was
hometown.
no. It was this
That's the
little.
best
It was down
worst.
the street from my place. It was this little Chinese buffet,
Oh, okay.
and it was like a little kind of like. And they would love when we came in. I'd bring my little siblings in with me, and they'd be like, "Oh, they'd like give us like deals and come and keep like make sure all our sodas were filled, man."
My thing was the all you can eat sushi, and then I
Dude, that's intense,
might
bro.
get sake, might get a beer, a sake bomb.
See, for me, dude, that's a lot of
I
sushi.
used to eat a lot. I used to be chunkier than I was, believe it or not. Like, not that big though,
What
but
in so then you were just like, fuck it, I don't. You just change your habit or what? Like,
yeah, I was just in a bad relationship that was it was an unhealthy relationship. That's pretty much it. And then I moved on from it. And then I had to like figure it out on my own, like to be alone. Like I was always with somebody since I was like in third grade. Like and now I'm like been single for like 2 years and it's like it's even more maybe now. It's like every day it's like an opportunity to get to know myself and like challenge myself and like push the limit and be like, all right, what can I persevere? What can I sustain? Right. So it's just fun for me. Like you only live once, might as well. Like I feel like we're all skydiving like from a huge tall building and we're eventually gonna fall, which is our death. But we're still in falling mode and we don't know how far we are from the bottom.
I like that
That just got
analogy.
me
I like
inspired
that
because of your
analogy.
backdrop. Because that's how I feel I'm doing right now. This whole time I'm being like paranoid. I'm not gonna
Oh shit.
lie.
Yeah, huh?
I feel like
See,
I'm
that's what
skydiving.
and that's why I'm doing the new one because I'm like it is kind of a little dark. Like, I want to make it like because I
I'm
always
like,
had this thing in my videos. It's pretty bright before.
but it's cool. The cleanups back going to that. I just wanted
Yeah,
to
oh yeah.
share like
Oh man. And we
the
were
way
dove
it's
deep before. Like I forget like how much we talked about.
right.
Like,
It's like it's gotten big because the quality of it's just well coordinated because there's a schedule, right? But also the media content. It's like everyone takes photos, they repost it, and it's like the whole talk of the town for a whole day, and everyone's just like, "Oh, damn, I missed out on that." That's the FOMO. The FOMO brings in, right? And that helps it grow. And also my
mm,
buddy, he has a drone and he initially the first couple cleanups he was there and he would take pictures and it was 5K quality. And then he had this feature that would like zoom out and then they would ball shape you like a world. That was dope. So
oh,
people like that.
I've seen those. Those
Yeah,
look
it's a
sick.
standard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those things are dope.
So we did that a couple times. And then he went back to Utah for work because he's from Utah. He started working with the dispensary over there in a grow. So I just kept going. Like there's been different people along the way that have helped me, but they also have come and go, and that's just like I remember a song where it said, people are like seasons, they come and go. And I'm like, that's kind of true sometimes. And that's just the reality of it. Like I met so many people in my life and that's how I've learned where it's like just because you met this person doesn't mean they're gonna be in your life forever, like or the rest of your lifespan.
Yeah,
And that's what I've actually had to accept with my ex, right? I guess now it's full circle. So that's
yeah.
what I've learned out of all of it. So it's just people building, networking building. I love just people. I'm a people person, but then I have my times where I need to recharge and just be away from everyone.
See, that's how I feel sometimes. Is like I say like an introverted like extrovert sometimes
Me too.
because I love kicking it, but like also too I love just chilling like solo, like smoking up and just hanging,
Man, I
fucking.
give out kudos to the people that travel alone. Like they just like, oh, I'm in Mexico now. And I'm
I
like, I'm in China. I'm in Bangkok. Like I knew this one dude. Like I used to
it's like my
work with.
sister.
They backpack and they just go. I'm like, wow, I want to do that.
That's crazy. See, that's where I've thought the same thing, but I'm also
And then
too.
smoke everywhere.
Yeah,
Smoking
Yeah.
everywhere. Call it smoking everywhere.
smoking the world.
Smoking around the world.
It's like
First
that car.
stop,
It's
France. We eat baguettes.
Oh shit! Yeah, that'd be fun.
And then we smoke. And then we record it all. It's just a blog. That's the goal, man.
Yeah, that's well. To your point, for real, for real. Just being able to have the option to do that. Like, all right, I can be mobile right now.
Well, Zac Efron had his own Netflix thing of that like same concept. He was like going he went to different countries just for the betterness of water. Like I learned that our water quality here is shit, and we get charged and taxed for the water that's crap. And in other places, based on their filtration systems, like the alkaline water is just better, and it's more natural water in some places like New Zealand and stuff. And there's actually a restaurant in Beverly Hills where you could like sample water, and it's different types of water, and you could tell the difference between like the quality of water. And it's just like what?
Yeah, and I've
That
been
blew
able.
my
I
mind.
say that with the alkaline stuff because when I have some of the alkaline stuff, I used to buy it more, but I feel like it has a thicker, like it's more. It has a thicker feel to it.
Right.
Is what I feel like. So I feel like I could, but I've also read that that stuff like it has to be used pretty quickly. Like if an alkaline bottle sits like in the
Right.
7-Eleven for a long time, I've heard that it
'Cause
just like
then
kind
it's
of
no longer
dissipates.
alkalized.
Yeah, then it's whatever.
So that's why. How do you know? Like the
It's
one
so
that's
hard.
in Trader Joe's. Like, is it false
I've seen,
advertisement?
what's interesting to watch? I watched a video or like a couple when I was really stoned one night of people
It's
would
always always
people would
so.
buy like different types of
Did you get inspired?
well, it just made me realize. Yeah, I did. Because they would line up like they brought 10 different types. Like I can't name the labels, but of different
Yeah.
alkaline, like, and they had the strips and they would test them all
Yes.
versus like
I've seen
smart
that.
water
I've
versus
seen that video.
yeah. And then I geeked out watching a couple. I'm like, oh damn, like this shit's pretty crazy, man.
Right.
I haven't tested my own. I just go to
Right.
this place and get it. But to my point, you don't know. Or your point, our points.
Yeah.
I say that a lot. Like to my point. Stupid. I don't know.
What else?
I will. Oh well. I still want to dive deeper into the water. I'm trying to remember this guy. Another YouTube freaking time I had. This guy, I forget who he is. Kind of like shaman character.
Pack another bowl.
Yeah. He had like just long white hair and a white beard. I wish I could give him props to remember who
Do
he
you have a
was.
poker or anything? Dash it out. Oh, perfect.
But he was making a point about. I'll put the link below anyway. But he was making a point about how when water comes through, the pipe system when you're using it, like say you turn on your sink and drank it right away. He was saying that like water has like a memory to it. Like you can actually talk to water and like remember things.
Well,
So like when it hits
uh-huh.
these different pipes, it goes down and hits like 50 different pipes and you drink it right away. The water's not wholly itself yet. It's still confused. It hasn't become one. Because
I
it's
haven't heard
been
that.
yeah, and it was interesting. It was just a different approach that I never heard. And he's like, so he went as far to say is if you drink it right away, it's poison.
Look at this.
It's looking nice, dude.
A little handful. I got like 14 grams.
Hold up a little. Oh,
14 grams for like $80.
oh shit, that's a good right there, man.
It pays. It pays. It's nice to have friends that
For real.
people that you could just get it like that.
Yeah, that's where I've
That's
been
when you're
fortunate.
happy. I also got some 710 Labs, some space candy. Oh my gosh.
We were talking about that.
Two
What?
bowls and you're out. But it's a very
Space cadet.
euphoric high. Like it's great for like if you're with your girlfriend. Let's just say that.
Nice. I like it. Especially after Valentine's
Day
here.
just started. I made a design just for Valentine's Day, and I did sell a couple. So
I saw those.
yeah, and then I did a video, and it almost got 1,000 views. I was like, wow, people actually liked it.
Yeah, it looked cool.
I did a little collab with somebody. She helped me out, and I just made it digitally, and then that's it.
Yeah, man. You were telling me. I don't see. It's like crazy how I'm forgetting what exactly if we talked in the first or last kind of your
Yeah,
process.
me
If
too.
you did it, like, or how you did it or how you became, you know, how it like kind of started out and you're like, oh, I'm just
I
gonna.
did start.
Oh
Like,
no, yeah, we did talk
the,
about it.
just
Sorry,
the
dude, I'm
idea,
tripping,
but
dude.
not like the process of what I
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
But we didn't even talk about that the first time.
Didn't we not?
We talked about the samples. Like we did, huh?
Dude, who knows, man? Who
In
knows?
another universe. In
That's
another
funny, dude.
dimension.
Yeah, this is. Yeah,
I think we did talk about everything
but
already.
yeah,
that we
man.
did
It's
the
it's
first time.
dude. Honestly, dude, just to bring it back, thanks again for fucking hanging out and kicking it to keep
Yeah.
it going through, man. Because that was my fuck up.
But I
Yeah.
have a lot of exciting things going on. I did mention that. I'm sure I did. So
Oh, I'm
whoever
excited for
wants
the
to,
show, man. I'm pumped up.
whoever wants to be part of it, talk business, we'll make it happen. Like we'll make
So,
money
so
together. Like it's providing value to each other.
building it up
Yeah.
together. Yeah, man. Back at you, man. Let me know how I can help. Like I said, when you were talking about, oh, I might go do a video down here. I'm like, dude, I'll do some freelance shit every now and then, man. Like, and just fucking come kick it, man. Help you out.
So it's good.
I
dude.
did sell my fucking steady cam a while ago that I was mad at, but I was like, I don't really use this thing or a glide cam. So I'm just gonna fucking sell it. But
Do you want to try it? I recommend you should do. It's fire.
sorry, I just gotta roasted that.
There you go. You can put that in your intro. Start it like that.
Damn. Took too big for me, man. Dude, like for real, like I was saying, I think I got small lungs or something, man. I've never been able to take a huge hit. Or I can, then I just instantly fucking cough it out.
It's all good.
But yeah, man.
As long as you enjoy your high and your weed, that's what I say. Like, there's some things that people online, they're like very like adult bully. They put comments like, "Oh, that's a baby hit," or like, "Hit that shit." Like, whose weed is it? It's my weed, so I can smoke it how I want. If I want to drop my weed, it's my weed. It's my money.
Yeah.
That's like, it's I guess the cancel culture of social media that has been created lately.
Yeah. It's
And now
but
we're
it's
even
funny.
getting
That shit's
censored.
funny.
We're getting censored now, so
Yeah,
we can't do nothing.
it's crazy, man. That's crazy, brother. For real. But it's been a good day, man. You came by and you stayed for a second pod here. I really appreciate that.
We made it happen.
And yeah, man.
Thanks
Thanks
for
again. I
having me,
still
dude.
I don't want to keep you, brother.
Yeah.
The first one was I think like an hour and a half, dude.
Right.
So
Thanks
Thanks
for
again,
having
man.
me. I appreciate you. I'm excited to see how it comes out.
This is True Buzz, that Mary J. Now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, never heard a show as good as this. Number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up. Perfect show for my smokers. True Buzz, hey.